Now, when this was just but an idea on a whiteboard to go around Australia and to celebrate the real Australia, we didn't know that there was such a thing that would eventually be called the Quiet Australians, but some quiet Australians who have been working away for a very, very long time in our country are the wonderful ladies of the CWA. And when Harvey Norman decided to put their tremendous heft and passion for this country behind this project, they had a very, very good idea, which was that we wouldn't just roll into town, but we would also try to raise money through our mates at Harvey Norman and all of their different stakeholders in every single city that we went into, that we would raise some money for the CWA. It would mean that the good works of the CWA would get a bit of a kick along from Harvey Norman and a little bit of credit for us being able to turn up and promote the cause. It has been an amazing year, from the drought in Toowoomba to the beautiful sands and difficulties that happen in places like remote Western Australia to Alice Springs just last month. Have a look at what has been an incredible journey of quiet Australians who have been doing it for decades.
Kids miss out on some of the social aspects, and one of the big social aspects is actually that's become very apparent recently is sporting this year. Sign-up numbers, etc., weren't as high as they had been, and this was because they weren't going to be able to afford the actual fees. On top of that, the actual uniforms or the kit or the whatever it happened to be.
I am incredibly honoured on the behalf of Harvey Norman to say that they're going to put $10,000 on the table, and they're going to put $10,000 on the table right here, right now, for you to distribute amongst those local footy clubs.
That's fantastic.
But Phoebe, we're not done. On top of the $10,000, the very people of this community went into that Harvey Norman store today and they were able to raise another $30,000. So you will receive $40,000.
Oh.
You can kiss me anytime, darling, anytime.
It's very emotional.
Of course. But it's a... Yeah.
This is phenomenal. Oh, I can't tell you the difference here.
$47,271. And I am pleased to say, I got off the phone to Paul Whittaker, the CEO of Sky News. Let's make it around $50,000. So you got $50,000 today. Well done.
$32,000 has been raised today by the franchisees.
Wow. That is awesome. Beryl, what does the CWA do in and around Tamworth?
Well, so they support the people who are doing it tough. It's very important that they can have some hope that things will get better.
What if it was $35,241.35? Wow. How good's that, darling? How good's that, darling?
That is absolutely fantastic.
It's the very good and wonderful support of this community for your organisation. $18,100 was raised today. Katie Page and Jerry, they jumped on the phone. We now call it $20,000.
Thank you very much.
Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you on behalf of SACWA to you and Sky TV and Harvey Norman and any of the people that are associated with it.
That they raised in the Fishwick store $40,000.
That is fantastic. Thank you.
How good's that?
That's amazing.
40 grand. But what about $35,000? Because that's the number.
Wow, that's just amazing.
That's the number.
$5,000.
Fantastic.
So when you said, incredible. So you said for the soup kitchen $1,000 would keep them there for the month, right? The way they're going to divvy this up, $15,000 to the soup kitchen means more than a year of support for them, which means you, my beautiful lady, are getting $20,000.
Oh my God.
How does this help? Can we help? 20 grand. What does this mean? You get to do more work, see more kids, take care of more girls, right?
Sorry, I just can't talk.
Well, keep doing the work for us, okay?
This is going to go so far.
People of Alice Springs raised $30,385. $30,000. Thank you, Alice Springs. Thank you, Harvey Norman, and well done to the CWA. What a journey it's been, apart from the chance to see this great country, looking back at that, and it's the first time I've actually seen it. Wow, I wore some stupid things throughout the year, didn't I? Anyway, we were able to raise an awful lot of money, and I can say that three ladies that are here to tell us about some of the things that have been done with some of the money and some of the things we can look forward to do with the money. Let's make sure we get everyone's titles correct here. I'd like to be that. The National President of the CWA is Tanya Cameron. Give it up for her, please. As well as the State President of the CWA in Queensland, which is Christine King, and the New South Wales State President, Stephanie Stanhope. Ladies, hello. Let's talk about this association and what it's meant. Apart from anything else, I suppose it's been helpful to have a lot of mentions on the telly and a lot of reminders that the CWA just ain't about scones anymore.
It's definitely not about scones. Mind you, they raise a lot of money and let us do what we do.
And they're great.
Mostly, except mine. But no, it's been actually really quite good to raise the profile of the organisation and the work that we do. And, you know, a lot of the states are coming up for their centenaries very soon. CWA of Australia has been in existence since 1945 to speak on behalf of those states and the territory, but certainly to raise the profile and all of the work that we've done, whether that's been in drought, over the years with telecommunications and health and education and all of those things, and we still continue to do that today.
Christine, in Queensland, where it all started, I have said, and I think I've said this to a point where I bore everyone around me, but I keep talking about it, right, which is I just love that the CWA is in a position to be able to do big things, but also to be able to do little things for people, and little things in a place like Toowoomba really matter. And that's a place where, as we showed before, we've been able to raise money with Harvey Norman and through you guys to be able to pay for things like kids' footy boots. What has happened as a result of some of this money?
Well, that was a great project because it was a grassroots thing. It was the areas just outside Toowoomba. There was Pittsworth, Oakey, and 4 sports clubs were involved in that. They each got $2,500 each, and that went towards sports equipment for the children who may not have been able to afford to do sport after school. And then, of course, we did the petrol vouchers on top of that, and that was just the big bonus because to travel to carnivals and to sports training and everything takes petrol. And if you're in a drought, that's possibly not what you're going to spend your money on. And that was so well received, and the money went really fast, and we got great thank you letters. And that's where we make a difference in the community quietly through our public rural crisis, and thanks Harvey Norman for that money.
They've been pretty amazing. Stephanie, what's been your experience of what's happened this year, and again working with our mates at Harvey Norman?
Well, I was fortunate to be at Thredbo for the show there where Harvey Norman very generously gave us $40,000, and that with other money that has been donated to our association in the Monero area, we've been able to give out to rural families and the associated businesses over $100,000.
It's fantastic.
And I must say that up here in the Hunter region, we would have given out probably about 1.4 million to farming families in the Hunter and Upper Hunter region.
And what's important is that when the numbers get big, it's a real telling fact about how many hundreds, probably thousands of people across the country who you help with little acts of kindness. And how important to you is that, not just on behalf of the organisation, but just as a person, that sometimes the smallest of kindnesses can be enough to give you tremendous faith in your fellow Aussie?
A lot. Just recently we had an email exchange between 2 states and we were able to assist somebody fleeing from a domestic violence situation. It didn't cost us much, but it helped that person immeasurably, and the local branch have now taken her on board and welcomed her to the community. So it's those little tiny things, when you're sitting at the national level, it's those little things that really make a difference. And the assistance that we've been able to give all sorts of people over a very long time is quite humbling. You know, every single person makes a difference. So each person makes a contribution. Doesn't matter what you do, everybody makes a contribution. And it's great to see and to hear some of the stories that people come back to us with.
forgive me for saying this, but I just think those cactus earrings are amazing. I just think they are. You'll be able to see this at home, perhaps not in the back row, but...
Daughter-in-law.
Is there a story? What's the story?
No, she makes them.
They're very cool. I like that
like
stuff. All right. Now, I want to tell you about what's happened here in Newcastle. Because we've been very lucky, and you heard some of those numbers that have been going around. Well, Harvey Norman and the good people of Newcastle have got the single biggest total of any of the silent auctions. The people of this area and the Harvey Norman people who run the local store, they wanted to beat everyone else. They really wanted to absolutely hook in and everyone else. And I've got to say, by the way, I really do like the hustle of some of your ladies too. I think I've spent a few $100s on a series of books or tea towels or anything else as they're around. And I got the one about a whole bunch of recipes as well. So thank you for being able to stock up the Christmas gifts in my family this year. But I wanted to run through some of the numbers here where we were at about $280,000 for the CWA coming into all of this effort, which has just been massive, and there's been all sorts of support that's happened. Well, time to get to the numbers. No more mucking around, Murray. All right, here's what happened. In Newcastle today, the people of Newcastle have got together with Harvey Norman to raise $52,000 for the CWA. Now, I might have got my numbers a little bit muddled before, but that, of course, brings the annual total, which is pretty amazing, to $340,000. But Katie Page and Jerry Harvey have very big hearts. They also believe in round numbers. So the people who have made Harvey Norman the incredible institution that it is, as one of their biggest thank yous to date, they have donated personally an extra $60,000, $400,000 for the CWA. Pretty cool, right?
Very good.
That's not bad. I mean, they've topped up lots of times around the country. That's a lovely big round number, and we know that that's going to help.
It's going to make a huge difference. And, you know, all credit to Katie and Jerry, and we thank them, you know, from the bottom of our hearts. But also I think the people that we help will be thanking them as well.
Yeah, bloody oath. I mean, when we're talking about the stuff that happens here, I want to make sure everyone knows that $20,000 of the $50,000 that has been raised here in Newcastle over the past few days, that's going to go to the bushfire recovery, which is very much affecting places like Taree and some areas around. Another $20,000 is going to go in drought relief grants, as well as a couple of $6,000 Hunter River region projects as well, which is about Ladies' Day Out and SOFT. So who wants to tell me about SOFT?
Well, SOFT it's run by the Department of Primary Industries, and it just allows women to get out, go together. They do weekend, I guess, training courses, to get out together, get out of their homes, get with a group of like-minded women, relax, and personal development, just hoping to improve themselves and to just get a smile on their faces.
Very cool. Christine, it's been one hell of a year. Do you want to do it again?
Oh, I think that would be pretty amazing, because Townsville's working on their money now, so that's marvellous, because that was after the flood that you came to Townsville, and there was money towards workshops, and we've started those workshops using local businesses that have a craft to teach. So we're putting the money back into local businesses, but the people are having the wonderful experience of learning a new skill. And the teachers who are teaching all this, they all want to start a new Twilight branch. So it's had a great effect on Townsville and the surrounding districts, and we'll be continuing that next year.
Now, I'm pleased to say that that's a very big number from us, but Alan Jones, never one to be outdone. He will also be raising money for the CWA, thanks to the good people of Harvey Norman, in Dubbo next week. And knowing Alan, he's going to have to outdo me. Well, Alan, I've got $400,000. How much are you going to be able to raise, baby? All right? Just sell a racehorse, you'll be fine. All right, ladies, thank you very much. Give it up for the beautiful ladies of the CWA. Plenty more to come, thank you. Before you go, I do want to mention the Shine Awards, though, and Margie, who is the overall winner of this year's 2019 Shine Award. Let me tell you a little bit about this beautiful lady. She founded Fierce Female Farmers in July. It's an initiative that creates and distributes boxes filled with donated items such as sanitary products, body wipes and other things for people to be able to clean themselves if they don't have access to water. They've also got cream for hardworking hands and toilet paper. So a round of applause for Margie as the overall winner of the Shine Awards. Congratulations to her. Thank you to the lovely ladies of the CWA. We will see you all again very, very, very soon.